Hello everyone, this is David Jameson coming to you live from ProPride Industries, the home of the 3P ProPride Hitch, and we have a doozy for you today. But before we get started, I got thinking about it. I was a kid in the 70s. If any of you know where I could find one of those long, skinny Don Cornelius type microphones, I would love to hear about it. In fact, I'd love to order one. So if any of you know anything about electronics and microphones, the Don Cornelius skinny microphone, I'd love to use one. In fact, I may even dress up like him one of these times and try to imitate him. You never know. But anyway, we're going to start out today. I want to show you a video. So go ahead, Lazar, if you can, go ahead and cue this video.
The technology.
So what did everyone think of that? Pretty neat, huh? It's probably my favorite video thus far, so please do us a favor and comment on it. Let us know what you think about it. And there is a reason why we're broadcasting in front of the bathroom today. It's because of this. And I just want to bring this up. See, Sean, his office is here, mine's right over there. This is something that we live by here at ProPride. You can ask any person on the team, part of the ProPride family, employees, however you want to refer to them. We live by this. Nobody around here talks about excuses. Nobody gives excuses. We dig into things. We get things done. That's the part about being professional and having pride in everything that we do. And I know that may sound cliche, but this quote right here by Coach Holtz is something we live by. Don't tell me how rocky the sea is, just bring the darn ship in. Makes a lot of sense. So another reminder, if you like, share, and comment on this broadcast, you're automatically entered into our raffle where we will draw the first Wednesday in March for $1,000, a $1,000 spending spree on the ProPrideHitch.com site and our sister ProPride Marine. So it's a very nice raffle where you can get way ahead on your spending and what you need to outfit your boat with and your RV with for this upcoming season. And also, do not forget about our 60-day, no-risk, money-back guarantee on the 3P Hitch. I'm hearing a lot of feedback. Oh, okay. So it's okay. It's on a computer. I'm hearing feedback. So someone's watching the episode right now. So don't forget about our 60-day, 100% no-risk, money-back guarantee on the 3P Hitch. And what do we mean by that? You pay shipping to get it, of course, and if for any reason you send it back, we will pay the shipping coming back and reimburse you not only for the hitch, but also for the shipping. You're out nothing. There's nowhere in this industry are you going to find that type of guarantee, but we have it here at ProPride. Announcements. Lazar, if you could put up the drop hitch. Nice accessory for everyone, even if you have a 3P hitch. And I think you know why. You know, boats. A lot of people that have RVs also have boats and toys and other things that they haul around. Do you have it up there, Lazar?
Yep.
It's looking good. You guys also comment on that. We'd love to hear any information that you'd like to put forth. And I will tell you this, our drop hitch will be more robust and make a heck of a lot more sense than a lot of the drop hitches out there. And I know it's not a big deal, but our measurements are actually going to make sense. We're reviewing some other drop hitches on the market, and ours will be more robust, will be easier to operate, and make a heck of a lot more sense. We also have lots of new products that are up There. Hold on a second. We got comments coming in.
Give some more drop hitch information. There's a volume issue when you showed the drop hitch.
Oh, there was a volume issue, I guess, when we showed the drop hitch. So what I was saying is that the ProPride Brute drop hitch is going to be more robust and easier to operate and make a heck of a lot more sense than a lot of the drop hitches that are on the market right now. It's a excellent accessory to anyone that is an outdoorsman, has toys, your rowboat, anything that you have to haul around, and it's a great complement to having a 3P, especially if you're on the road a lot and you have other things that need to be towed. So look for the ProPride Brute. It will be available by the end of the first quarter here, and we should be taking pre-orders by March 1st, which would be very nice for everyone. And we also have new products going up on ProPrideHitch.com and our sister site, the ProPrideMarine.com site. So keep an eye out for anything that's coming up for this season. We're adding, I think we've had thousands of products go up on both in the last 30 days. It's thousands, isn't it? Yep. Got confirmation from Lazar there. So, do we have any online questions?
Nope. Someone said nice drop hitch.
Oh, someone said nice drop hitch. Thank you very much. And don't forget, please comment on the drop hitch and also comment on that first video. So no questions. So we're going to roll now into today's review. Before you start, let me tell you, we're going to try to start having vlog, video type reviews every day rather than me just reading pieces of paper. We're going to actually have a section of a vlog. Today we are showing one from Free and Simple. That's their YouTube channel called Free and Simple, and it's Jim and Chelsea Keat. And I think they're from Michigan, if I remember correctly. Sean told me they're from Michigan. So Lazar, if you could roll that right now, we have a nice little review coming from the Keats on Free and Simple.
The second thing we did was go all out on a hitch. Our logic was, if this is our home, if we're doing this full time, we want to be as safe as we can possibly be, especially because neither Jim nor I had ever towed before we bought the Airstream. So we looked at a bunch of different hitches and we ended up with the ProPride hitch. It has been the easiest, most fluid towing experience. I can honestly say that we don't know what trailer sway feels like because we didn't want to know in the first place. So we have had the most amazing experience with our truck and our hitch, and I think for me, that's what makes it so easy to tow. The second thing we did was go all out on a hitch. Our logic was, if this is our home, if we're doing this full time, we want to be as safe as we can possibly be, especially because neither Jim nor I had ever towed before we bought the Airstream. So we looked at a bunch of different hitches and we ended up with the ProPride hitch. It has been the easiest, most fluid towing experience. I can honestly say that we don't know what trailer sway feels like because we didn't want to know in the first place. So we have had the most...
Isn't that nice? Jim and Chelsea, thank you so much. That was one heck of a nice review, and we really, really appreciate it. We consider you part of the ProPride family. And here's something that I'd like to announce right now. By the end of the first quarter, we will have an affiliate program that will be active. So those of you that like to vlog and have travel vlogs and even blogs, and even just, heck, you just like to talk about the 3P or talk about RVing, about camping, you will be able to have your own affiliate account and receive and earn sizable commissions by referring people to the benefits of the 3P hitch. What a better way than to talk about safety and comfort, ease of travel, and pick up a few bucks from doing it. And it could even be more than a few bucks if you take it real serious. So look for details on that. I'll be rolling that out in one of these sessions here in the next month or two. So that takes us to our interview today. Today I am going to be interviewing Peter Fugarus, again, our Vice President of E-Commerce, and we're going to be talking about a couple of the new pages that we've added to the ProPrideHitch.com site. And he's also going to give you some insight on what he has learned as our e-commerce expert when he's been learning about the marketing side of our 3P hitch, what he has uncovered based on the history of these type of hitches. And I'm saying that politically correct. We'll hear what he has to say. So let's head on in right now. So we're over here in what we call the revenue room. So you can click on. Some of you may remember this. This is Peter's den, if you will. And here he is, Mr. Peter Fugarus. And Peter is an interesting gent. He grew up in Austria and has lived in Croatia, right?
Recently in Croatia, yes.
Croatia. Now he lives in Michigan. And I keep bringing it up. He has wonderful hair, but he does not have that Arnold Schwarzenegger accent that I just wish he had to go along with that. How do I describe your hair? I can't remember. Jaunty. So anyway, Peter's going to talk about today, he's going to talk about a couple new pages that we've added, and he's also going to give some insight. Now, some background on Peter, and I don't know a lot about him, but I do know that he used to have a very successful e-commerce site where he sold furniture. So he dealt with thousands and thousands of SKUs and different options, and he's very well versed in that. So he knows a lot about what people want and what people like. So let's just leave it at that right now, because we're going to be talking about reviews and comparisons today. So Peter, since he is mic'd up, we'll be able to talk like this. Peter, why don't you start us out with one of the sites? Tell us a little bit about it and how it came about.
So one of the
pages.
Yeah. So one of the pages that I wanted to make sure was up on the site so that we can answer a lot of people's questions. It relates to the history of the Jim Hensley hitch. A lot of people, when they call in, they have, or even reviews that we see online or forums where people are asking questions, they seem to think that, for example, certain competitors like the Arrow and that sort of thing are in fact comparable products in their quality and that sort of thing. So I wanted to answer the question about, what the evolution of this product actually has been on this page, so that our folks here can refer people to the page. We'll make it easy to find on the site, and they can see, in fact, that this is a product that has gone through 3 different generations thus far. And in the case of the most advanced version of the hitch, which is the 3P, it continues to evolve, and
right.
We've made many improvements on the product over the predecessor, which in this case was the Arrow.
If you don't mind, I'm going to interject real quick to our
Sure.
audience. Some of you may not know that Sean Woodruff, who is the president of our company, he also started the Hensley company. So he was there from the beginning there. So he's been dealing with Mr. Hensley since day one and knows every nut and bolt and screw and bent piece of metal that you can think of regarding anything having to do with a no-sway hitch.
Yeah.
So.
And as a result of that knowledge, he's been able to make many improvements to the product. It's sort of, the way I look at it after drilling into this a little bit and trying to figure out, what all the improvements are and everything, it's clear to me that you're dealing with a product that, in the case of the second generation, is engineered with less material, and you don't see a lot of cars on the road from the 90s. The materials weren't didn't use the same specifications. We have vehicles that have higher torque, we have vehicles that are heavier, we have all kinds of changes that require us to use more material in many cases. Some of the improvements that I highlighted here, like for example the thicker control links, that's necessary in order to handle the heavy weight loads that we were putting on these hitches, and that's something that in the previous generation was being damaged and bent. The same thing with the thicker hitch box. The reason why they have a refurbished product on their site that they could resell is because they're receiving damaged components. So the 3P has been re-engineered and enhanced to use heavier amounts of material, larger amounts of material in those spots where there's a lot of stress on.
That's a good point. I didn't know that. So you're saying that the first generation, the Hensley Arrow, uses less steel, so it's not as robust.
That's
and it
true.
Will break
yes.
down. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
okay.
and the design is the same as it was in the 90s. Well, as this product has been revised many times, and there's much more than that. And I encourage everybody to go to the page and see it. But to me, it's clear that, you know, once you see this page, you'll understand that it, like every other product, it goes through this evolution, and we're constantly making enhancements here. So that's what I wanted to clarify.
Can you get a good picture of that, Reed?
So this is the page, evolution of the Jim Hensley Hitch.
And right now, I know it's difficult to find because we're in the process of revamping it. It would be found on the store page.
Yeah, you could actually go down to this. You can go to the footer of the store, and you'll find it in the footer. ProPride 3P versus Hensley Arrow, and which I expect that also to rank in search soon enough when you search for those terms. So beyond that, another important question is, you know, one that the customer is constantly wondering, how difficult is this to install? And you know, that's something that, in my opinion, is helped a lot if you see the number of experiences that other people are having, and thousands of other customers installing the product. So I wanted to highlight two things with this other page.
So what he's doing right now, people, is that he's over on another page on our site that's titled, "What Do Our Customers Think?" All smart hitch research leads to ProPride. And so this is a real neat page, and I'll let Peter explain it.
Yeah, so a lot of people are interested in the reviews that companies get, that products get. That's important information. You can see what other people think about it. Okay, first of all, I want to say I've worked with many e-commerce companies, my own companies. I've never come across a company with this many good reviews, like as a percentage of the whole. It's basically almost all 5-star and a few 4-star reviews.
So just to repeat that, guys, the reason why I mentioned his experience is he's an e-commerce expert, and he was a proprietor himself, and he's saying he has never seen this type of level of review and followers, you'd say, or family, the ProPride family. He's never seen this in his marketing exploits, and I definitely haven't in my marketing exploits either. Yeah,
there's a great deal of enthusiasm, and people, more than anywhere else that I've ever done this type of work, they want to share their experience of installing the product, using the product. They seem to have a connection with the product, you know, because it really solves a huge problem for them. So I wanted to make sure that everybody could find these amazing reviews. So we have some of our YouTube reviews. I think you just showed one recently, and Trustpilot. You know, the level of basically we have across the board 5 stars.
769 5 stars.
Yeah, and the same thing is true with TrustSpot. And the thing I like about that, and I want everybody to go and check it out, when you get those emails after you purchase the hitch, go ahead and upload photos of your installation and even of your trips with your ProPride.
And for those of you that are going to join the affiliate program, you could use your own videos and pictures on your own affiliate page.
That's right. We can give you guys a link that you could put on your page, on your YouTube channel, whatever social media outlets you use. And when people click on that, they'll be able to find the hitch, and you get a commission. So that's something that we'll have very soon. Same thing with Google reviews. Almost no company has this number of positive Google reviews as a percentage of the whole.
And what does Sean like to say? What's the quote he always says? Oh, is it on there somewhere?
This one?
No, about the our reviews are so good that our competitors think we buy them. Or something like that.
That's right. Yeah, these are all absolutely authentic reviews. There's not a single, and anybody can see that if they just read them, because if you read the reviews, you'll see there's no way that somebody's making this stuff up. These people are going into great detail. They're mentioning everything about their trip, about how they installed it, about their experiences.
Like I read that one, the guy gave advice on traveling in those states.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, he'll talk about the hitch, then they'll give more information.
Yeah, so I think it's really great for people to see this, and also for another reason. It's, you know, if you're not very mechanically inclined, let's say, you might be a little intimidated about installing it. It's a heavy piece of equipment, but I think that you'll see a lot of people do these installations themselves, and you may need the help of a family member or a friend for certain parts of it, but you're not having to lift the entire thing at any point in time. You're assembling it piece by piece, and thousands of people have done it, and they report on that experience, and the reports are that it wasn't as difficult as they expected.
Right.
So this is the sort of thing I want to make sure people understand about the product.
Well, good. So as you can see, we have a VP of e-commerce that's very well versed in reviews, and he has a lot of experience, and he's impressed. I know I'm impressed, but this is what we expect. Going back to the Lou Holtz quote, that's just how we operate here, people. We would not run a business that wasn't a 5-star business, would we? That's just
Right.
the way it is here.
Yes.
And is there anything else you'd like to add that you're working on, or anything else they can expect?
Yeah, I mean, keep an eye on the site. Keep an eye out for the...
By the way,
yes.
his hair is dashing. That's the word, but go ahead.
So you can find the reviews page at the top of the header. And so I would encourage anybody to go check that out. If a friend asks about the Hitch, send them there, and they'll see that, you know, they can handle the installation, and also that it's an amazing product. Beyond that, I would say keep an eye out for the affiliate program that we'll be launching soon, and we'll do an email blast about that as well. And we'll continue to share with you all this information that we're going to be adding to the site. We want to answer everybody's questions basically as easily as we can, and I think that if we post all this and make videos, that's going to take care of that.
Right. Well, very good. Then we'll wrap it up right now. You want to step over here a little bit? You got it high enough there? All right. So I hope everyone enjoyed that. Do we have any questions?
Yes, so
We do have a question.
Jason asked, do we have any plans to start installing network for existing ProPride customers with their install?
Jason asked, do we have any intention of starting a network of installers, people to do installation for the Hitch? And absolutely we do. That's something that in fact, if we could have someone head up that department, we would love to do it. That's something we want to have done for you people, 100% for our ProPride family. But don't hesitate to call Brent and ask him, because he has his own little way of working things out. He can find a dealership, he can find someone, he can find another 3P owner, and that may not be a bad idea, Jason. What if 3P owners that are good at that type of stuff were to come forward and not only be affiliates, but be available for an install? I'm not sure what the normal charge is at a dealership for an install, but I think it's at least an hour or two, which would probably be $300 to $500, I'm going to guess. So that could be a business that we could venture into. So Jason, if you're interested, make sure you contact Brent, or if anyone needs help, please contact Brent. He's a man of resources here. So to recap, anything else, Lazar?
One I did answer to, I don't know the correct answer, but it's what's the drop link for the boot?
Ooh, what's the drop length for the Brute? Now I do know that there's going to be different versions. I do know that.
I can
but-
actually answer that.
You know what? The man with the dashing hair can answer. Right?
So there's going to be initially 2 versions, and they're going to have a 4 and a 6-inch drop. Both of those versions will have the ability to hook up to a 2-inch or a 2.5-inch hitch.
Nice.
And something else I want to mention about that is there are other products out there like the Bullet Hitch, for example, or Bulletproof Hitch, that claim that it's a 6-inch drop. We measured those, and in fact, we wanted to design ours so that it would be a true 6-inch drop, and that's
Exactly.
something that you'll see the measurement is actually different, and that's how we wanted to engineer the product here.
Yep. I overheard a conversation between our production supervisor and Sean this week, and they were talking about that, how they're not truly measured. So at the beginning, when I was saying that ours will make more sense, they'll make more sense because we can actually measure a true 2 inches.
Right,
down,
exactly.
right?
Yeah. So that's good. That's coming out soon, and we're even going to do a pre-sale on it.
Nice.
So you guys can get in on that pre-sale, and we're going to have that up as soon as we can. So you can
Great.
pre-order it, and you'll be some of the first people to have the Hitch.
Great. 2 more, I guess. Lazar, what else do we have here?
So Tim just asked,
Tim.
how well does the 3P perform in extreme maneuvers where my hitch that I currently have hits the wall?
Ooh, good one. Now that is something we probably need Brent or Sean for. Tim, I'm not skirting your question right now, but why don't we make that something we answer in next week's episode? In fact, we could probably post a video and go through that and be a little bit more detailed for you. But in the meantime, if you go to the ProPrideHitch.com site, there's plenty of information on that, or our YouTube channel. So wouldn't you say that? That's because I don't want to go that route, and I don't think our Vice President of E-commerce is qualified to answer that question either. So I'm the Chief Financial Officer, E-commerce. You don't want us right now. Another one. Sherry.
Sherry just said, I bought a 3-pitch about a 3P Hitch 6 years ago. I love it. Has there been any changes made since then?
Sherry was asking if there's been any changes made in the last 6 years. She loves her 3P right now. She's asking if there's been any changes made since then. And I, again, am not qualified to answer that 100% down to the nitty gritty, but I can tell you this. Some of the ones that Sean and his dad made by hand, where they're legitimately, each one was different when we first started 13 years ago, are still on the road. So the technology is there. The robust nature of the hitch is still there. Have there been little tweaks? Yeah, I'm sure there have. There's been a few. Is there anything you need to change? More than likely, I'm going to say 99.9% chance, no. But like always, take pictures. Feel free to email them to Brent and ask any questions you like, and we'll work out anything that if you feel you need to have it worked out. Oh, we got another one. This is great.
So this is kind of a comment. I like it though. Carl just said it would be great to see an update to the car on treadmill video that has gone viral.
Oh, okay.
He said, seeing that old one on YouTube is what made me pull the trigger behind it.
So Carl saw the video online regarding the technology on that conveyor belt, I guess you would call it, like on that belt. And what did he say he wanted to see?
I'd like to see if we can create a new one.
Yeah, you're talking to the guys right here. We all create. Let's mark that down, Carl. We'll do that for you. And if that's really something that hits home and got you to pull the trigger, by all means, and tell us that. We'd like to hear that information. Thank you very much, Carl. So let's make a note of that. Reed, Lazar, Peter, everyone in the room, that we'll elaborate that, because we do have one on that technology. We show a ball hitch, then we show ours. So we can add to that video. Very good. Anything else?
Belinda just said we love our ProPride.
Jalinda, thank you. She said that she loves her ProPride, and I'm glad to hear it. And she said we, so I imagine it's your family. So anyway, this is David Jamison at ProPride Industries, and let me sign off by reminding you that if you like, share, and comment on this episode, you receive one entry into our upcoming raffle. You can win $1,000 for a spending spree on our site, ProPrideHitch.com, and our sister site, ProPride Marine. But if you share in a group, you get 2 entries. And that's where we really like you guys to share it. In fact, I'll let you in on a hint, you affiliates. Go join a whole bunch of groups and keep sharing things, because they'll come around. Secondly, don't forget our 60-day no-risk money-back guarantee. Unprecedented in this industry and probably all industries. Did you give money-back guarantees of furniture? No, see? Even the man with the dashing hair, he went, no. So that's how confident we are. Don't forget the Lou Holtz quote that we have on the wall. Don't tell me how rough the sea is, just bring the darn ship in. That's the way we operate here. Jim and Chelsea at Free and Simple. All you people, if you could, all our family, please join or follow or subscribe to their vlog. They gave us a wonderful review. And again, Jim and Chelsea, we thank you. And ProPrideHitch.com knows around a little bit. There's new links going up all the time. And no matter what page you go to, you're probably going to find something new. This is David Jamison signing off. So Lazar, you can go ahead and cue that video. See.
Hey, Brent here with ProPride Industries. Let's see if we got it lined up. So he's got a camera, so you can probably do a pretty darn good job. We've got our install complete here. We're all hitched up and we're ready to take off.
Beautiful.
I'm going to take you for a little bit of a ride.